Good morning to all. Hope you, hope you guys would have gone through the e-content video of chapter first, which I prepared yesterday, and which I told you all guys about the basics of economics as a subject. I gave you an introduction of the subject, discussed in detail whether the subject of economics falls under the category of arts or it falls under the category of science. And if it is science, then why it is science? If it is art, then why it is arts? But today we will be discussing about the essential tools which you use in economic analysis, the essential mathematical tools which you use in economic analysis. So the basic and the first tool which we are going to use and which we will be using almost in each and every analysis of the economic theory is of graphs. Here in the class, I see that many students have come with a problem that they don't have their mathematical background, so they find it very difficult to understand if anything is explained graphically because after 10th class they have not studied the mathematics and whatever they studied up to 10th class they have not studied it thoroughly. So such students face a lot of problem. So keeping all these points in the view, we have added this section which is called essential tools, essential mathematical tools used in economics. And the very first chapter of this section is graphs. So today I will be discussing how graphs are made, what are their properties, what informations they convey to us, and how it can simplify any analysis in economic theory. So before going forward, the first step which we take is the simplest of the graph is the graph of a straight line. So as you can see, I have prepared a graph and in the graph there are two values y and x. So I'm sorry that I was not able to write the equation over here, but a graph represents the relationship between two variables y and x. So before you go deep inside in understanding this relationship, we will have to first understand what this graph tells. So you can see there are four quadrants 1, 2, 3, and 4, and there are two black lines and a red line. The two black lines, one is horizontal line, the second one is vertical line. The horizontal line is called x-axis and vertical line is called the y-axis. The x-axis in the x-axis there is a midpoint which is labeled 0, which means that at that point, midpoint, the value of variables be it y or be it x is 0. So from that point 0, if we move towards our right hand side on the x-axis, which means if we move towards our right hand side horizontally, then the value of x increases, i, which means the value of variable x goes on increasing from 0 to 1, 3, 4 and any values. And if we move horizontally to the left hand side, then the value of x, the variable x decreases. It becomes -1, -2, -3 and so on. Similar is the case with y. From the point 0, if we move upward, then the value of y increases from 1 to 3 and so on. And if we move downward, the value of y decreases, -1, -2, -3 and so on. So the question today is how to plot the simplest graph, the simple graph. And the question given here, which I have not written, so I'm sorry once again, is y is equal to x plus 2. So if you want to plot a graph of a straight line, you will have to first get something to plot for, and that is the some points to plot for. So before drawing any graph, we have to draw the coordinates, the points. What we call points is the coordinates. Coordinates are the values of x and y. So as we have, let us take the value of, so in this way we will categorize.